Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Pretty good.
What's going on?
So let me turn my camera on here. Let's see. So I have the TV hung on the wall here.
Gotcha.
We just moved in. Behind the TV, I don't know if you can see there's an outlet there behind the mount.
Okay, so that's typically like it's what we call well, I guess you can say a TV box. It's inset, so you can plug your stuff in and kind of still push your TV back to the wall without the cords being in the way.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a normal outlet.
Okay.
And we discovered the super was helping us out. So we discovered that the wiring from that outlet above, it goes straight down to this outlet below here.
Okay.
And this outlet and the one above behind the TV, they're dead. There's no power coming from that. He tested it.
Okay. So at this point, the first, how about the one to the left?
The one to the left has power. That works.
Okay. Is there one to the right, or is there one on the back side of that wall?
There's one to the right here.
Does that one work?
That one works, yes.
Okay, so what they did is they did a dedicated run straight down there and then put that one in as well for entertainment purposes, the other one for the TV. So
So I'll stop you there. So this outlet, we just put this in here. When we moved in, there was like a different kind of outlet that the super had never heard of. We like did a bunch of research online, and it was some like really old type of plug, maybe for
okay.
some like a particular type of speaker system or something like that. Or we think maybe they tried to connect power from this outlet to here. So
Did the super, his question, did the super know if those two ever worked at all, or?
no, he doesn't know.
Okay. How new are the places, or the place that you moved into?
I mean, the building's 20 years old.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. We asked the previous owner, and I don't think they use this outlet behind the TV. They couldn't figure it out. They didn't know what this plug was down below. I could try to find an old photo of it. So
I don't think it's that important. That's not really going to do anything for us, honestly.
Yeah.
At this point, when you put that outlet in, how many wires were in there?
It was 3. So the super put that outlet in. It was the 3 that you need, I guess, to
Just the 3 wires?
Yeah.
There's a black, a white, and a green, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those.
Okay, so at this point,
his idea was, okay, let's connect the other outlet to this outlet, and then we'll have power in this outlet and up top. He installed it, and then we realized like that would require a double male extension cord, which is my understanding.
To do that, yeah. I mean, essentially you could, but you guys are buying the house. I mean, you don't want to be doing all that.
We own it. Yeah, it's like I
read
that could be extremely dangerous.
Is it an apartment or is it a house?
What's that?
Is it an apartment or a house?
It's an apartment. It's a condo in an apartment building.
Okay. Do you have the top floor? Do you have an attic space in that?
No, we're on the 5th floor. There's like it goes up to 8 floors.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your best bet. Well, it's weird. Have you checked the panels?
What do you mean?
Have you checked the panel for breakers off?
Have I shut off the circuit breaker for you?
No. Have you checked the breakers to make sure they're all on?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. No, we definitely did that.
Okay.
And I don't know what that tool is where you can like plug it into an outlet and check if there's power.
It's just a plug tester, what they call it.
Okay.
And actually, what's good about that?
Tried that on both, and there was no power coming from them.
There was no light on it at all.
No.
Okay. So in this case, the easiest and honestly just the best fix for this would be to, like he said, go from one of the outlets that do work, and bring a jumper over to the one that doesn't work at this point. The only issue that I would think is the back feeding. So right now, there's nothing coming from where the power is supposed to be coming from.
Yeah.
Right. So essentially, what it looks like is it's going to that top one first, comes in and then out of that one down to the bottom because that's only got 3 wires, which means that's the last one in line.
Got it.
Right? Now, does any other outlets in the house not work?
No.
Every one of them works.
Yeah.
Have you eyes, the little ones with the buttons? Have you pushed all those in the house?
I don't think we have any of those that I've seen, to be honest.
Well, you should. It's code to have one in the bathroom. Well, where are you at?
I'm in New
Where
York.
you live?
New
Oh,
York City.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here in California, it's code to at least have one in the bathroom.
Let me check. Oh yeah, there's one in here. So just press these resets, you're saying, in all these?
Absolutely. Test it and reset it.
Okay.
Okay, now, so here's the thing. What that does is that is actually a ground fault circuit interrupter. That's if there's any problems, it trips it rather than the breaker. It's just faster, right? But
Yeah.
most of the time, when you put additional stuff in, you try to put it on the going outside of that. That in case anything else on that, if there's an issue, it'll trip that, and then you'll know rather than having to do the breaker. So at this point, just plug a charger or something into it to see if that plug works on the bottom yet.
Okay. Yeah, 1 sec.
Well, actually, sorry. Here's the question: was it already tripped, or was it? Did you have to test it and then reset it?
What do you mean by tripped? How would I have
Oh, okay. So if you walked up to it, right, and there's a test button and a
Yeah.
reset button, right? The
Yeah.
test button is actually what we call tripping. It turns it off. Everything on the going outside, it turns it off. The wires come into that and out of it, but that's like a breaker. That's what that is. So regular receptacle, they come in and out, but they use the receptacle itself like a wire net. They make contact in there. So anything happens to that receptacle, you're still getting power to the other one. However, that GFI, the power comes in it, uses that thing as a breaker, and then goes out of it. But when you test it, it turns it off. It's what we call trip. It's tripped.
Got it.
And then if you hit reset, it resets it just like a breaker. Bam, bam.
Got
So
it.
if you want,
Nothing was plugged in, so I couldn't tell
oh,
if
okay.
it was tripped or not. I mean, I could try that now if.
Well, actually, at this point, I just want you to comprehend because maybe sometime later on down the road, you might come across that when something ain't working, like something in the garage or something. Well, apartment,
Got it.
but it could be on that light load side. A lot of people
Got
do
it.
that.
Got it.
But I would try it now because sometimes they use that as a if that's going to be a special dedicated circuit, they'll use the GFI side of that. So I would go plug just something charger or something into those plugs by the TV and just see if it works. You should have one in the kitchen as well.
No, it's not. It didn't work.
No? Okay.
Here I can.
So was it easy to put the TV up and back down, right? Well, you guys are going to live here. What you need to do, right? The easiest fix for this, my friend, if all the other plugs work in the house besides those two,
Yeah.
it's going to take you a little bit of drywall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But get a wire from the box on the bottom over to the outlet I would go to the one on the right.
Yeah.
Just because all you got to do is cut a hole at every stud, pretty much, and do it a little higher. And you're only going to cut a hole so you can drill through the wood because you got a stud, and just feed the wire through that way, just like a little patch. A little patch. There might be 3 on the way over to that plug.
Yeah.
And then you put one right above that plug. When you take that outlet out, it should be plastic and there's holes at the top. If not, you can take a screwdriver and kind of punch them out. They're just little plastic flaps.
Yeah.
At that point, you're going to feed the wire down into it and then just splice it in.
So something that the super brought up that I want to ask, maybe this isn't an option. If this is an option, is so this the hole behind the drywall. This connects to the outlet that's above here.
Right.
He was saying if we just popped off the actual outlet, the receptacle, we could feed like a normal extension cord from the top to the bottom.
Well, here's the problem with that. The bottom don't have power either.
And then down at the bottom, if we have an extension cord out here, we can just either get a long enough extension cord to connect it over to here, or to here, or plug it into like a second extension cord, if that makes sense.
Okay, just to get power up there.
Just to get power up there. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Would that be an easier fix of not having to like take out any
Absolutely,
drywall?
absolutely, my friend. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
My thought was you guys own the place, so eventually that's what you're gonna do, guarantee it. But for now, that would absolutely work. Absolutely.
Of just
And,
we just buy
and
it.
if you did like you said though, since you're doing that, if you did like you said, I heard you say something about a male to male extension cord, right?
Yeah.
If you were to get 2 extension cords, cut it and splice it where the splice was going to be in the wall, right? By the time you got up to yours, not far from the hole, but hid. That's basically what I'm saying. That splice was hid, and you plugged it into that outlet, the male into the outlet. That should energize that outlet and the outlet under it.
Yeah, got it.
So you were 100% correct on that, and then that would actually give you power down there as well.
I think we want to avoid that. It seems like if we could get the cord through that top outlet down to the bottom one, we could just keep it as a male to female.
Okay, so here it is. It's a
Right?
50-50. Yeah, absolutely. But here's a 50-50 right there. No. Oh yeah. You'd have to hang the plug end of the extension cord out that little hole, and then you plug the TV in.
It would just kind of hang. I mean, we want to do is plug the TV into the wall without having cords, right?
So here's the thing. It's a 50-50 because between the top box and the bottom box, there might be what we call a fire block, which is a piece of 2x4 that runs all depending on how big.
Be able to feed something through. You're saying?
You can feed it through, but I mean, if it's there, there's no telling how big they made the hole to come down. However, it looks like there's a lot of wires already down, right?
Yeah, there are.
Like that's a pretty big bundle. So you might have actually.
There's all this speaker wire because there's surround sound.
Okay.
So
it's definitely worth trying.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely worth trying.
You would say that's probably like the easiest, 100%. Cheapest fix.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And when it came to it, if like I said, a fire block, you probably just couldn't get the plug end on it. And me personally, I would just, like I said, instead of going male to male to back feed or whatever, I would literally just splice it so you can get the end through, or cut it, get the end through, and resplice it, and then just make sure that stays in the wall.
Oh, so you're not trying to feed the whole.
Right. Because that's the only obviously thing that you're going to run into, because there's obviously wires that go from the top to the bottom already. So
yeah,
at least.
Yeah. But it may be tight. Okay.
Yeah, it may be tight. I would try. You never know; it might not be there. Do you have a stud finder?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, dude, you can just go right there, bam, to see if there's a stud.
Okay.
It runs horizontal. Just run it all the way from the top box to the bottom box,
and just see if there's a stud in there. Okay.
And then if there is a stud, you can try, because maybe they blew out the hole. You never know.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if not, I would splice it. Just splicing is so safe as long as you put a wire nut nice and tight on it. Pull both wires so they don't come off. Fold it down and then black tape it up.
Okay. I mean, I'll look up how to splice it, but it's a pretty simple, easy thing to do.
Okay. It's way simple. Way simple.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate the help. That was exactly what I was looking for.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Good evening.
You too. Bye.